Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just double the size of your laptop whenever you want to and magically shrink it back down into a tiny, lightweight, ultra-portable when packing it up? This is actually possible. Meet our Zenbook 17 Fold OLED. This sure sounds like science fiction, right? A laptop that literally transforms and shifts and stretches. And this definitely is our most ambitious and innovative product in a very long time. You may have heard of the Zenbook Fold already. We didn't exactly keep it a secret. We couldn't help it and showed off a prototype a few months ago at CES. And based on the feedback from that event, we clearly aren't the only ones excited about it. So what is it like to be one of the first to experience the latest tech and get a glimpse of what's to come? Well, let me give you a quick overview of this device and what it was like using it for a couple of weeks. Folding screens are really cool. They let you create devices that literally transform, something ASUS has always been into. You can transform a phone into a tablet or a tablet into a laptop. But these displays are on a whole new level of complexity and very challenging to manufacture. There are only 2, maybe 3 companies in the entire world that can mass produce these. And the bigger the display, the harder it gets. So then why did we make it even harder on ourselves and go for a 17-inch display? Well, because folded in half, you get to 13-inch. And 13-inch is kind of the magic number for laptops. It's the most popular form factor by far. It's all about how portable 13-inch laptops are. They're lightweight, they're compact, and they fit into pretty much any backpack. And they're arguably the smallest size laptop you can still have a comfortable full-size keyboard on. The Zenbook Fold gives you all that, but then transforms into a massive 17-inch display. Alright, let's start with the unboxing. On the back, you see a sheet of matte glass, much like a flagship smartphone. Thanks to a microscopic pattern etched into the glass, it catches and reflects light in a really cool way. This adds to the sense of dealing with a futuristic, high-tech device. The chassis is only around 8mm thin when unfolded. That's about as slim as a modern smartphone, and that's pretty much what it feels like to hold as well. To make it as light as possible, but still super rigid and strong, it's made out of magnesium alloy. These alloys are only 1/4 the weight of steel, half the weight of titanium, and around 30% lighter than aluminum. At around 1.5 kilos, it feels about the same as an ultra-portable 13-inch or 14-inch laptop. It sounds heavy for a tablet, but considering how big it is, it actually doesn't feel heavy, to me at least. The weight is very well balanced and really never bothered me when propping it up on the sofa, in bed, or on my lap. Finishing it off are faux leather accents on both the back and the palm rest. And I actually wish we wouldn't cover the really complex and cool hinge behind that faux leather, but that's just me being a nerd, I guess. So, glass, magnesium, and leather. Definitely fancy. And when it's folded open, look at those slim bezels and that massive display. Since it's in a 4:3 aspect ratio, the display area is actually even bigger than regular 17-inch laptops that come with a 16:9 aspect ratio. When you fold it into clamshell or laptop mode, you get a 12.5-inch display in a 3:2 aspect ratio. That's a bit unusual. It's essentially the same as a 16:10 display, but even more vertical space, and essentially no bottom bezel or chin whatsoever. And it's an OLED panel. That means it has incredibly inky blacks and amazing colors. I haven't seen a better looking panel in a laptop, and this is pretty much as good as it gets. QHD resolution, 100% DCI-P3 color coverage for over 1 billion colors, 500 nits peak brightness, 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. It's that incredible contrast that makes everything look so crisp, vibrant, and rich on OLED displays. And it adds a lot to the immersion when watching movies, especially if they're in HDR or high dynamic range. It passed the HDR 500 True Black certification, something only OLED TVs and OLED displays are able to do. And remember, this is a touchscreen, so you can tap, swipe, and use gestures naturally. With a folding screen, you might wonder about how durable it is. Our custom 180-degree precision-engineered hinge, combined with our folding OLED panel, passed over 30,000 cycles in our open and closed torture test. That's 84 years when opening and closing it once a day, and around 2 years when opening and closing it a few dozen times a day. I checked, and for me, I averaged it around 15 times a day, which would be over 5 years. We also ran the Zenbook Fold through a bunch of military standard durability tests. widget passed. And both the display and the hinge are naturally fully covered by a warranty, which depends on where you buy it, but it's usually around 2 years. Now let's look at all the different ways you can use it. In laptop mode, it looks and feels just like an ultra-portable 13-inch. It comes with the same standard 19.05mm keycap pitch as desktop keyboards. It's essentially the same ErgoSense keyboard as on all our 2022 Zenbooks. But here's something no other laptop can do, and it's a pretty cool party trick that definitely turns heads. At any moment, within a second, you can simply pull away the keyboard and get double the screen space. This looks and feels a lot like our Zenbook Duo laptops, except with the Zenbook Fold, the entire laptop is now touchscreen. This worked really well for me when doing an image search or scrolling through text or files, shopping online, going through social media or websites. This was also my preferred mode for video calls, having the call at the top and then notes at the bottom. And the best part, you can either bring up the on-screen keyboard, which comes up when you need it and then is gone in an instant, or if you're going to type a little bit more, you can pop on the Zenbook Fold Bluetooth keyboard back, which snaps in place securely with a satisfying sound and feel thanks to some powerful magnets. You can fold it a bit more flat into something of a book shape. This mode allowed me to hold it in one hand while praying for a seat on the subway or walking from one place to another. It felt especially cool with ebooks, documents, or digital magazines, or comic books, which let you swipe to get to the next page. Some apps and documents even have animations for virtual page turning, which is fun. And naturally, you can fold it flat into a giant 17.3-inch tablet. I love this for watching my favorite shows, browsing through the web, and social media as well. This mode works really well when you want to share content or collaborate with others. Flat on the table, it's great for sketching, playing touchscreen games, going through files, and maps together. And last but definitely not least, I use the desktop mode the most. The Zenbook Fold has a built-in kickstand. This turns it into something of an all-in-one or desktop PC. To me, this felt even better than using a 17-inch laptop, not only because it's so lightweight and compact when folding it together, but because it allowed me to move the keyboard wherever I wanted it. Naturally, you can use wireless Bluetooth headphones, but thanks to a 3.5mm combo audio jack, you get to choose if you want to go wireless or not. Thanks to the audio jack, switching to headphones was never an issue. Wired headphones are never out of battery and always pair within a microsecond. By the way, while there is a built-in kickstand, you can use most laptop or tablet stands to get an extra range in angles and prop it up in portrait mode. This was my preferred mode for making personal video calls. It felt really immersive and natural seeing family and friends on such a huge and vibrant OLED display. The Zenbook Fold comes with an entire array of sensors. There's a 5-megapixel AI webcam, an ambient light sensor that adjusts the screen brightness and even color temperature based on the environment, and an HD IR camera with our ASUS adaptive lock. Powered by Intel's visual sensing controller, it locks you in effortlessly, no more passwords. And it either dims the screen or locks the Zenbook Fold when you look away for a while or walk away from the device. That's great for saving battery life, but also to protect your privacy and control who can use the device, which is an awesome feature for when there are kids around. Now let me walk you through a typical day. The first thing I do in the morning is check my phone. I know, everyone keeps saying it's not a good way to start the day, but I think I'm not the only one who just can't help it. The Zenbook Fold is easy to keep on your nightstand, folded together since it doesn't take up much space. And then browsing through social media and the news on that huge 17-inch display as opposed to my phone felt extremely luxurious. And bonus, since the display is this big, you probably won't need glasses or contacts in case you wear them normally. The kickstand makes it easy to prop up the Zenbook Fold on a sofa table, shelf, countertop, kitchen table, and using it like a portable OLED TV, much like our ViewBook Slate 13. But this one is around twice as large. It's perfect for watching some shows while having breakfast, having some podcasts play in the background, or the news, or just playing music. Thanks to a powerful quad speaker system, it's plenty loud. It also works really well at keeping your children at bay by putting on a kids show. Since the keyboard can be detached, I found this to be the perfect living room entertainment keyboard to keep on the sofa, on the living room table, or on my lap. You can connect the Zenbook Fold to your TV easily. Both its Type-C ports support charging and display output. So all you need is a small dongle and plug it into a single cable and you're good to go. Some TVs even support Type-C charging right away, so you don't even need a dongle. A simple Type-C cable is all you need. Now, whether at home or in the office, I use the dongle to connect several peripherals at once. My monitor, keyboard, mouse, headset, USB mic, webcam, wired internet, and USB storage. Both of the Zenbook Fold's Type-C ports allow me to connect all of this and power and charge the laptop by plugging in a single cable. Again, some monitors support charging and have a built-in USB hub, so you might not even need a dongle. What's cool about the Zenbook Fold is that it can do all of this in either of its modes. So it can be closed shut like a book and hidden away, set up in tablet mode or in laptop mode. How does it fare as a desktop replacement? Well, since it uses the latest Intel 12th Gen hybrid CPU architecture with 10 CPU cores that turbo up to 4.7 GHz, it always felt snappy and smooth. Besides that 12th Gen Intel Core i7, you get 16 GB of LPDDR5 memory running at a blazing 5200 MHz, and the PCI Express Gen 4 SSD with 6500 MB per second, and the latest Intel Wi-Fi 6E. In default mode, it runs at 28 decibels or less, so I really only noticed that the Zenbook Fold has a fan built in when switching to performance mode, which boosts the CPU's TDP by around 30%. So for video editing and Photoshop, which the 10 cores did a pretty good job with, considering this is an ultra-efficient U-series CPU. Intel's 12th Gen hybrid architecture really shines here. Depending on the quality of your internet and your location, cloud gaming is an extremely tempting scenario on the Zenbook Fold as well. If you're interested in giving it a go, we actually bundle a 1-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate license so you can give it a try. Switching between those different modes worked very smoothly. Windows 11 did a great job switching things around. And on top of this, our in-house Screen Expert 3 app lets you choose how you want to dock several apps, and then automatically moves them around to make the best use of your screen space when rotating the tablet or switching from one mode to another. I never ran out of battery throughout any of my days, thanks to the 75 Wh battery and quick charging on both of the Thunderbolt 4 Type-C ports. And thanks to our ASUS Wi-Fi Master premium technology, I never had issues with the Wi-Fi signal either. It automatically and seamlessly switched between different Wi-Fi networks, depending on which was giving me the best signal at the time. Not having to manually switch Wi-Fi networks and never losing internet because I was too far from the network I had used earlier was awesome. Going back to a device that doesn't automatically switch really made me miss this feature. How is this not a part of the Wi-Fi standard? I'm glad that at ASUS at least, almost all of our laptops support this. Besides the compact, lightweight 65 watt Type-C charger, you also get a Type-C to full-size USB-A dongle for legacy devices and thumb drives. And you also get a lightweight, full leather sleeve that matches the color and material of the Zenbook Fold itself. In our My ASUS Control Center, you get a collection of handy apps and tools that help you get the most out of your laptop. You get a couple of apps that help you maintain your system, update all your drivers automatically, optimize your PC's performance, and contact ASUS for support or any questions you might have. There's a one-click system diagnostics test. You can prioritize different Wi-Fi networks for specific apps or tasks. You can adjust the built-in AI noise-canceling audio for perfect call quality, transfer files between your laptop and your phone or tablet. You can switch between different modes from whisper mode to balance mode and performance mode. And you can switch the display color profiles, sRGB, BCIP3, or create a custom calibrated color profile. And My ASUS includes GlideX, a cross-device screen sharing app that lets you use another device as a second display, wirelessly. Last but not least, you get a 3-month Adobe Creative Cloud All Access Path. And the best part is, if you have a plan already, you can redeem the 3 months and use them to extend your current plan. All right, and this wraps up our Zenbook 17 Fold OLED overview. I hope you guys are as excited about giving it a go as I was and enjoy being an early adopter of high-tech folding hybrid devices that will potentially become a standard form factor in a couple of years. From me and from all of us here at ASUS, thank you for all of your support, especially to those of you who suggested us to do a folding laptop tablet hybrid for the last few years. We love tech, and we can't wait to give you guys access to the latest and most interesting technology. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was as much fun to watch as it was for us to record. See you in the next one.